So that was a big problem with the Anderson Elden Ring video that I had talking to people. Like, the reason I made that video was not to like farm responses and shit. I made that video when I had 50 subs, and all 50 of those subs were people that I like personally know and have interacted with on Twitch for years and Discord, because I was so sick of having brain dead fucking discussions about his video because no one could even agree on basic shit that he had said in the video. It was insane. Like, that's why I made the video, to just like kind of put an end to those like brain dead Discord discussions that I was having at the time, because all my friends are PvPers, so they were so sour on Elden Ring at launch, right? So you have this like weird ass like memory bias farming because like people don't remember most of the video in the first place. That was my only reason. That's the thing. The reason it was a good quality video is because I just don't want to make a shit video. And I just like arguing and talking about these games. Like, just, yeah, I like talking about these games. I don't know. That's why I hate it when like I hate the reputation that these games have with the general higher gaming community, because it's so normie. And it's so dumb. It's like, oh, their game is just full of elitists, and the game's so hard, and you're just gonna die a lot, and it's unfair. And like, there's so much Reddit rumor shit that happens where people still to this day believe that poise is disabled. That if they simply turned a 0 to a 1, they would enable poise. And that poise is literally disabled in DS3. People still believe that because some people just say random shit on Reddit, and people just run with it. So when people are just getting shit wrong at launch at Elden Ring, it pisses me off. I was like, not again. We're not doing this again. I don't want to hear about like how fucking all these like attacks are undodgeable and shit 4 years from like after this will release. Like, I don't want to hear it. So that's why I made the video. So like, I like talking about these games. The problem is generally the conversations you'll have about these games are dog shit. Like, I like a good heated discussion, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, I want something intelligent happening, you know? I want at least us to be on the same fucking page of like what's fucking fact and fiction. If I recall, he pointed out a ton of problems being committal, even though what he likes about it contradicts it. That's the thing. He does say he likes a lot of things, but then he'll immediately say, actually, he hates it and they should delete it. So whichever, if you like something or hate something, he likes and hates it. So you'll tend to agree with them. Like, oh, like, okay, so here's one thing that he says he likes in the intro part. He talks about how he likes the open world and how pretty it is, right? But then later on in the video, he says that the open world's too bloated and they should like delete all enemies from Snowy Mountaintop. And then he talks about, I didn't even mention this in the video. This is probably the most insane thing too. He talked about that he went to Weeping Peninsula over leveled, and that like the open world's problematic and doesn't work for the Souls formula because you don't level linearly. So like, there's no way to balance it properly, and they should fix that by introducing the most egregious RPG mechanic ever. The fucking level scaling of enemies. Do you guys remember playing Oblivion and you would just come back to an area and all the bears are suddenly trolls that are buffed and demons? They're so stupid. What if you went back to Limgrave and all the fucking hollows are giants and revenants? Everyone hates that shit. That's the worst idea ever. And the dumb thing is, the open world is fucking linear. It's a straight line, the whole thing. The only thing is, like, you go to Weeping Peninsula when you get your ass handed to you by Margit, you get items, you power up, and then you're good. And then you wander into Caelid, piss your pants, and run and come back later. Everything else about the game is a straight fucking line. Like, it's not even an open world. It's like a pseudo open world, right? But you can skip areas if you want to, which is nice. So, like, yeah, he starts off the video by saying he likes open world, it looks good, but then he's like, nah, it's too bloated and shit, and the whole game doesn't work as open world, and they shouldn't have made it open world in the first place. It's like, does he like it? I don't know. So yeah, there's a pro and a con, but like, do you like it or not? That's why I'm like, it's fine as like a game review video, but people think it's like an ultimate criticism. Like, no, if we're doing a criticism video essay, whatever you want to call it, you should at least try to understand the bosses. You shouldn't be like, this attack's undodgeable because I haven't figured out a way. Why don't you at least try? So then I had to spend all my time trying to find multiple ways to like roll certain attacks, like the Reichard Lava Quake and like Godskin Bellywog, because I didn't know either. But like, I just went and I sat down and fucking learned it, and then afterwards I found other ways to dodge it too online. Like, shouldn't a video essay have some amount of research? Is that a hot take? Should you not do research to like know more about the topic you are speaking about? Or like, just ask someone who's like in the community or a challenge runner, or like talk to anyone, like, because that's not what type of video it is. It's an opinionated, like, first impression review kind of thing, you know? So it's just, I don't know, people's expectations are weird. You can't really control that though. Corvus, what's up, brother? How you doing? Much love.